Ready to roll?
Yeah, bro, let's go.
I'm gonna start easy. I ain't seen you about 5 months. How the family doing?
Really good, really good. Like there's so much clarity in the aspect of life right now. We're about to add on to our house and make it a forever house instead of moving to the suburbs.
Oh, yeah?
We're gonna add on in the city.
We're not gonna put off Atlanta.
Yeah, we're not gonna run away from Atlanta. We're gonna stay right in the heart of it and try to build from there. So we're gonna do that. And that's gonna occupy a lot of the next few months.
Word.
But life is good, bro.
Girls are good. Abby's good.
Abby's good. The girls are good. Audrey's good. My 4-year-old knows how to play dominoes.
Oh, yeah?
Facts.
That's how you know dad's from fucking Memphis.
She plays train dominoes, but she can play train dominoes at a super high level.
Word.
She's beat me many times, which makes me question a lot of things. But
Gotcha. Well, then we'll jump to, while we're on camera, kind of where are you at, in your mind, where are you in your career, with your career?
I'm at well, it's not even a crossroads because I'm about to turn and I know the turn, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm at the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. I'm at the end of an only veteran-centric movement about post-traumatic stress and mental health and into an overall bigger conversation about mental health, a bigger conversation about social issues, a bigger conversation about race, and having a bevy of artists behind us that are younger, that are more in tune with the youth of today, but also like doing our part, like what we think that we need to be doing to try to impact society in as big of a way as possible. So we have podcasts coming up. We got new artists coming up, and Doc's gonna kind of transition to the next chapter, which is speaking and podcasts, thought leadership, politics, management, A&R, like kind of the next level. And if I can write some dope records for some labels along the way, that's cool too.
So who do we have joining you on the show tonight?
I got Picasso behind me, I think. We got Morgan Bozeman. Picasso is from Northern California, made his home out here in Atlanta, young spitter, super freaking smart, has a deep soul and an unbelievable compass for life, and also knows how to have a lot of fun too. And I think he's a very, very unique part of the team that we built over time, as well as you, as well as Mook, as well as Cap, and our Nashville connections. I think that we have the unique ability to create a pretty unique product, a pretty amazing product with the team that we built around us and the talent that's around. I think that we're doing things in a unique, different way, and we're utilizing some really cool resources and doing some cool shit.
So I hear that this might be your last, at least planned show.
Yeah.
Where's your heart at with that?
It's hard, like I'm peaking a little early. I'm a little too buzzed right now this early. I'm about to kind of rear it back. Like I love to perform, I love hip hop. That's a part of me that'll never change, but I think it's time for it to be something that's important, but not the main thing, something that's slightly on the periphery, about a bigger message of inclusion, a bigger message of health, a bigger message of like we can do better, and every now and then I'm gonna drop some hot ass fire, and my artists are gonna be the best in the business, period. So, and we have the resources to support, them, because I was talking to my brother the other day, and one of the things that I said to him was this. I said, if you look at music in the sense of potential and what someone's ceiling is, and I was sitting with my brother and I said, you would have to say that I got every drop out of my orange that I could get. You know what I mean? Like we saved lives, we had a big movement, we made national press, and I think I squeezed every possible drop of the orange. And at the end of the day, that's what separates a boss from somebody who's a worker, is that can they maximize the situation that they have and make it work to the utmost degree that it can go, but then have the humility to say like, okay, it's time for like a slight course correction here, and here's a way that we can do it at even the next level, given the field and what's going on today. So I'm excited about Pablo. I'm excited about some of the younger artists we have out of Nashville. It's nice getting to know Carmine Prophets, Josh Frieda today. That's been really helpful as well. So I think there's some good things to come, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So we'll get into what you're gonna kind of get back to the community here in a sec. But for now, sort of, what are your plans for kind of pouring your knowledge into the music industry?
I don't know. Right now, I just want to cultivate great art and utilize the resources that are here around us to do that, and to see how people react to it when it's put forth in the proper way without all the barriers. Because you got to understand, you got to break down a lot of barriers along the way, and maybe sometimes you break down this barrier, but the only way to pull someone through is for it to be somebody else in a specific role, or this role or that role. Or you can turn back and it was all for naught. Like, I mean, it's like in the midst of war, in the midst of battle, in the midst of business, in the midst of life, like, you have to make course corrections. You have to identify where you're at and make the right decision moving forward. And that's essentially where we're at now. And I know that we're gonna build like an empire of amazing proportions of music, and also politics, and also, you know, race, and also society. Like, we have a vision to make the world a better place, and we have a lot of different talented people and different mediums that can help make that a reality. And we're coming from a real place. It's not fake.
And then last question, and then we'll pick up whatever other. You grab that real quick?
No,
I got you. So, if it's not music, what are some other ways are you kind of planning top of mind to keep kind of pouring into the message you've been putting out for the past few years? Awesome.
Podcast. You know, I've been testing the waters and asking people, would they listen to a podcast by me? Do they want to hear what I have to say? Because, you know, that's another space like hip hop. It's gotten hyper saturated with a bunch of people that aren't really doing that great of a job. And now we're fighting for the attention of the small select few people that want to see some truly underground dynamic shit, but like they're sick of like missing on stuff. You know, like, oh, we tried this, it sucks. 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 And like actually trying to do something that's good. And we have the resources to do that with the visual coverage and the vlogging that we can do, the music that we can compose, the type of individuals that would speak on these topics, the type of guests we would be able to get. Like, it would actually be like a dope ass fucking show. And, you know, I've been flicking the jab out there a little bit about it to try to see if there was any interest in it, and there is. Like, there's significant interest. People want to know what I have to say outside of music, so I want to give them what they're asking for. And I'm gonna let them know, and hopefully, you know, hopefully I say more good than bad.
Yeah, and I'll catch you after the show for more.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah.
And you get like about 2